I'm headed to Chelsa's neck of the woods. Titans -2.5 hosting the Texans. I will happily take Tennessee. Texans are so banged up right now. Who's going to play for these guys? Tank Dell out. Nico Collins probably won't play. If he does, he's going to be really hobbled. He hasn't practiced all week long. C.J. Stroud has been in concussion protocol, so we get Davis Mills. I prefer Will Levis. I prefer a man who eats his fruit without peeling it. Yeah, I like what I saw out of Will Levis in that comeback win against the Dolphins. This is some momentum for the Titans that they have playing in Nashville. Yeah, it's a short week, but Tennessee is the third best covering team in the National Football League when playing at home this season. They are 4-1 against the number. That's my co-host. Titans by a neck, laying 2.5, hosting the Texans.
Did you say that because Davis Mills has a really long neck? That has to be the reason.
Yes, I
right?
did. I absolutely did that on purpose. No question.
Oh, man. I hope the Titans win, but I will say the sabotage factor is the Texans always play the Titans closely. In fact, Davis Mills has beaten the Titans twice in his career. So all of the signs certainly point to the Titans, but you know how the NFL is. It can be drunk sometimes, especially in these divisional matchups. So for me, I'm looking at a total here, and I am expecting a very back and forth game between these two division rivals. Looking at a really low total here at 37. Both of these defenses kind of point towards the pass. Both the Titans and the Texans secondary rank in the bottom 10 of the NFL. So both of these quarterbacks should have a nice spot to shine. Davis Mills is not your normal run-of-the-mill backup quarterback. He actually has plenty of experience in the NFL, and he gets a great matchup against this soft Tennessee secondary. Then you look at Will Levis. Finally, they are taking the handcuffs off of Will Levis and letting him sling the rock. And we saw what happened when they actually let him throw it. Titans came from behind, 14-point deficit to win that game against Miami. So I think we see both of these quarterbacks throwing it a bit. I think we see some points here. 37 is really low. I will take the over 37 between the Titans and the Texans. And then a little bonus play. I do like Tyjae Spears. Over his receiving prop of 15.5. It's really low. He has been the third down back for the Titans, a real spark plug as the kind of change of pace back to Derrick Henry. He just went over this in a huge game against the Dolphins. I think he gets a low number here. It's 15.5. I'll take the over as well.
That's your guy. Before we go to break, are you buying in on Will Levis? He looked really good in that comeback win. Great clutch down the stretch.
I think this is all you can expect from a rookie quarterback. Like, we have seen how bad some of these quarterbacks can be. At least what we're seeing from Will Levis seems to be progress. Yes, we're seeing the rookie blunders, but also the fire that he has, the gamesmanship that we saw late in the game. I'm all for it.
When the storied New York Football Giants needed a boost, they turned to the only quarterback who could help them. Tommy Cutlets. Oh, yeah. Once thought to be named Dante, his father changed his name to Tommy so that his initials could be TD. Oh, yeah. Saints offense came alive last week. So? Against the Panthers? Everyone comes alive against the Panthers. They're awful. I cannot believe you're getting this many points with the Giants. Tommy DeVito, TD! In his last 3 games, 3 wins for the Giants, by the way. 5 touchdowns, no picks. It has helped Saquon Barkley finally get loose because now teams can't just key on Saquon and nothing else. I think we could see New York win outright. Saints have failed to cover the number in each of their last 7 home games following a win. Giants +6 is the play. Tommy goes back home and eats all of Mama's pasta that he can consume.
Ooh, man, I want some pasta now. I think I'm going to head over to the Olive Garden this weekend. And maybe I will get some endless salad and breadsticks. Sounds really nice. The key storyline in this is Ohio is going to be missing their starting quarterback, Curtis Rourke. They're also missing 2 of their leading receivers. So I think you follow the money here. I think that's an important thing to do when it comes to these bowl games. Look at the line when it opened and look at the line where it is now. In fact, it's already 3.5 in some spots. You can still grab a 3 at some shops. So obviously do that. It is a key number. But this is a different situation than regular college football games because we have so much time in between. So really, we have time to monitor these lines, and clearly they're going to move. So I'll follow the money here and bank on Georgia Southern. Who do you remember the famous quote from Nick Saban talking about Georgia Southern?
What was it again? I forget.
They ran through us like bleep through a tin horn. It's one of Nick Saban's best rants ever.
I'm on Georgia Southern, too. This will be one of my plays. I'm going to buy the hook. I'm going to play Georgia Southern -3. The line has actually flipped in this game. Ohio started off as the favorite, but Ohio is down two of their quarterbacks, so they're playing a third-string quarterback. They're down their top 2 receivers. They're down their top 2 running backs. They're down their top linebacker. All of those guys are in the portal. So Georgia Southern has a really bad defense. However, you have to wonder with the Bobcats having so many starters out of this game, and how motivated are they to be there? Because this is a team that was supposed to do better in the MAC this season. And the MAC, as much as we love MACtion, they don't have a great record against the number when it comes to bowl games in recent years. So I am all over Georgia Southern. What is another game on the schedule that stands out to you? We got the New Orleans Bowl. We got the Cure Bowl, the New Mexico Bowl, the LA Bowl, the Independence Bowl. I mean, it is bowl season, and we get it all day. Bills, yeah, come on, to make the playoffs, +115. Go, Bills. We're with you. Fight, Bills. Come on. Let's go, Buffalo. Why not? Little plus money. They're in a must-win situation. They're favored this weekend over Dallas. They have the talent to do it. I have a sneaking feeling Buffalo is going to find a way into the playoffs. I think they are. And at plus money, hey, these odds keep shortening. Each passing week, they had to have that win over Kansas City. They got it. I think they beat Dallas. They're in Buffalo this weekend. Going to be cold in Orchard Park. Go Bills.
God, I hope the Bills make the postseason. I want to see a rematch of the Bills and the Chiefs, where Josh Allen gets to go up to Patrick Mahomes and say something, in his ear that maybe he doesn't like. That was not very fair. But you're right. I do think the Bills are a team that's trending in the right direction. And also, they have had the potential all season long. I think this is where you can really find value. When you look at teams who have been underachieving in respect to the level of the talent that they have on their team. Because that's the thing about the Bills. They are wildly inconsistent, but when they are playing at their best, they can beat just about anybody. You look at their schedule, they've got several winnable games, and of course the big one at the end of the season that may be deciding the AFC East is that rematch against the Dolphins. And last time around, the Bills were really good against the Dolphins, beat them by 20. So the rest of the schedule goes like this. This weekend, we've got the Cowboys at home for the Bills. They've got the Chargers, who, need I say more about the Chargers? Feels like a winnable game for the Bills. Then they have the Patriots, and like I said, the Dolphins. So I'd be with you there on the Bills. And plus, we have seen this line drop significantly. We were just talking about the odds for the Bills to win the AFC East. It was 3-1 a few days ago. Now this is down to like +110, something around that. So clearly, some people are buying in to the Buffalo Bills.